Hello? So, there's a couple of thought forms. I've been listening to you for so long. A couple of thought forms that I put together of yours that just rocket me right into the vortex. And it goes, if we don't frame our lives through the lens of emotion and see ourselves as a vibrational being, we just get bored and then we croak. And if you will release all concern about how others feel about you and focus only upon how you feel about them, you will unearth your core understanding of who you really are.
It's really easier, isn't it? Would you choose that high-flying disc and you rendezvous with who you really are, and then you hold someone as your object of attention, so you flood all of that powerful, pure, positive energy. You see, the momentum in that high vibration, that's where the greatest power of influence is. And everyone that you know wants to be there. So if you're consistently there and they're not focused on something unwanted, so that they have not established themselves on a lower disc, which makes them temporarily unmovable, if you're there, you can pull them there with you. That's what the power of influence is.
So when I'm there, just other thoughts of yours flow in, like, maybe, what if I am the center of my universe? And
you are the center of your universe.
So, and then I also, what if everyone and everybody on every plane is here to help me to get what I want?
They all are. And there are aspects within them that when you rendezvous, they will help you. But you've got to be here in order to rendezvous with those aspects in them. And did you know you can rendezvous with those aspects in them even if they are on a different disc? Because their aspects have free will.
Right.
That was a big thought. Did you get it? In other words, everyone, you are all in harmony with well-being. And sometimes you're holding yourself apart from it, but it doesn't mean that the larger part of you is not there. So when you fly in that high-flying place, then you rendezvous and resonate with the best of everyone. And then if you do it consistently enough, you begin to bring the best in everyone around. There are always hard cases, but if they're really a hard case, you just don't rendezvous with them. So it is accurate to say every person with whom you are having any kind of interaction has the potential of rendezvousing with you at the highest level. But the operative word is, what disc did you choose before you rendezvoused? So many people rendezvous by default and then try to choose a disc, and you're powerless to really choose it then because there's too much going on. But if you get good at choosing those high-flying discs until that's truly who you are, until you have mastery of your vibration, until you are the keeper of that high-flying vibration, then literally everyone with whom you interact, you will have a meaningful interaction that will be beneficial to both of you. And that's what you intended.
So does that mean, like, if I'm not choosing that disc, I mean, do I have to cut people off to, if that's the case, to get to that place?
Well, you could say, I'm cutting off this disc by choosing this disc. But you mean cut them off from conversation? Cut them off from life experience?
Yeah, conversation. Like if I.
Well, we have to say to you that if you get in the middle of a conversation and then you try to cut them off, if you wait until the momentum has been established and you can feel by your negative emotion that you're moving in a direction that you don't want, no good will come from cutting them off either, because all it does is throw gasoline on the fire and just make a bigger issue and make you feel more defensive and then a little guilty because you didn't handle it better, and on and on and on. But if you walk away from that with a new resolve that you're going to do a better job of choosing your vibration first before you engage. Let's say that there are people at work that really, really bother you, and you've been co-creating with them on lower flying discs, but you've been waking up feeling good, and you've been getting momentum going, and you've been focusing upon positive aspects and rampages of appreciation. You've really been deliberately focusing to get that momentum going. Well, if you establish steadily a momentum, a vibrational frequency that's really different from the one that they chronically offer, law of attraction will move them out of your experience and move you out of their experience. You just cannot chronically be here and stick around with people who are at a lower flying vibration. But most of you are sporadic at it. You're here then here, here then here. You're higher than lower, higher than lower, higher than lower, higher than lower. So you've established enough relationship, enough vibrational relationship with them that it makes it logical that they stay in your life experience. When you clean up your vibration, those that don't match it cannot be there. Law of attraction does not allow it. And that frightens some people because they'll say, well, there goes my family. But what we want to say to you is that there are aspects of your family that will rendezvous with you here. And no one is consistently here on a lower flying disc, and no one is consistently here on a higher flying disc. But as you are more consistently on that higher flying disc, more of those people that you care about will have to rendezvous with you there. Because they're in your attention, they're on your mind, you will attract them into your experience. They will not be able to resist your vibrational charms.
So the bottom line is, if I'm focusing on someone else's unhappiness, I'm choosing a disc of unhappiness.
Yeah, and bottom line is, mind your own business.
All right.
And if you make your business how you feel first, then there's plenty of business for you to have in that high-flying disc. In other words, we promise you, you will not be bored when you hook in with the energy that creates worlds. We promise you, you will not be bored when you tap into that vibrational vortex that you've spent lifetimes achieving. We promise you, there is no boredom in clarity and brilliance and genius and love and appreciation and joy and passion and eagerness. There's no boredom in any of that. And there are plenty of subjects that will fill in with all of those aspects. In other words, to be focused positively on so many of the magnificent subjects of this world. Well,
I've experienced that, and what that quote, unearth your core understanding meant to me was that now I'm superimposing this energy flowing onto everything outside of me.
Yeah, because that's who you are, and everything that you view is now influenced from that vantage point. So the prime aspects of all that you give your attention to must come into your experience. The best of the best of the best of the best of everything must come into your experience.
So that leads me into my other question. When you open up with, what you want, I've been doing the work. The process is to keep the love out of the equation, the money out of the equation, and just focus on my emotional range and the disc. And you know what? I don't really know what I want.
But here's what we mean by that question. Do you know that what knowing is resonance? So what we're asking as we begin every gathering is, are you in vibrational resonance with your desire?
Do I want to?
Not have you identified it. Of course you've identified it. Silly ghost. Of course we've identified it, but that's not our question. Our question is, do you know it? Have you practiced yourself into the knowing of it? Do you know it? Do you be it? Do you own it? Is it your chronic belief? Is it your knowing? Is it your vibrational habit? Is it where you reside? Is it your resonance? Have you practiced it? Is that where you are? Because when you know what you want, you are what you want. You are being it. You're having it. You're doing it.
Not the specifics. The general, right?
Well, you can't know it for very long, but that's what we're saying. The specifics begin to fill in. Oh, the momentum on that high-flying disc. Oh, the way the universe can bring to you a steady stream of who you are and what you want, the people you will meet, the experiences that you will have, the conversations that you will experience, the insights that you will feel. We're not just talking about things coming to you, although we are talking about that. We're talking about how you feel about life. We're talking about the insight that you know as you're interacting with the beasts of your planet. We're talking about the beauty of all things just revealing themselves to you over and over and over again. Talk about feeling worthy. That's what that feeling of worthiness is. Good stuff coming, just because I am.
Yeah, well, all contradictory thought just kind of subsides and falls away.
By lack of attention. Those old pipes just clog up and become irrelevant.
Just got one real quick one. I was going to ask you, but...
Before you go there, we just want to go back to that reference. So, if the old pipes are there and they're clogged, and new pipes are open and flowing, do you ever even need to think about the old pipes again? No. If the new pipes are getting the job done, does it make any difference how many old pipes there are? Does it matter if they're all clogged up? The only thing that matters is where you stand in relationship to who you really are. And if that's flowing, you're flying high, you're feeling good.
So I think you already answered it. In my experience, other people's behaviors are upsetting me, just focus on what's making me feel good.
If other people's behaviors are upsetting you, what that means is you've been practicing that disc enough that they're jumping on with you, because they can't get on. And even the most annoying people in the world, if you're up here and they get on your disc, they're not annoying. It's like a miracle. They don't have the capacity to annoy beyond your ability to translate them vibrationally. You see, everything's like that. Your frequency just tunes the annoying parts out. And others who are watching them may even notice that they're less annoying. But it doesn't matter what anybody else is noticing. It only matters what you are noticing. That's what unconditional love is, you see. You tune your frequency, and only the things that are a match to what you've tuned to can be experienced by you. Most people are saying, well, change the condition, and then I'll view the improved condition, and then I'll feel better. And we say, that's a really conditional love you're living. What you want to do is pick the vibration of love first, or appreciation, or elation, or passion, whatever you want to focus on. Pick that first. Tune yourself there in all the easy ways that it is. Not by looking at the annoying one. You say, annoying one, I'm going to use you as my object of tension while I tune myself into ecstasy. And we say, no, you're not. You're going to tune yourself into annoyance. If you focus on that one, you see. So I can't focus on the annoying one and tune myself here? Yeah, that's it. If they look annoying, then that's where you are. You get one really annoying person as the object of your attention and tune yourself there. Before you know it, everybody you know will annoy you. Because everybody has the capacity to be annoying. Even those who are delightful have the capacity to be annoying when you've got the annoying vibration going on inside of you. You say, yeah, well, it's that annoying person's fault, because if that annoying person hadn't come to me and I hadn't focused upon that annoying person, then I wouldn't be on this annoying disc and I wouldn't be getting all this other annoying stuff. And we say, all of that's true, but we'd lay new pipes, because that one's going to get you only to more annoyance, you see. So what do? Take a nap.
It's just a habit of thought. And that's just a habit of thought, right? That just slowly reverse it.
And in the early stages, someone could annoy you. You could just laugh about it. When you're laughing, you go right up here. Somebody could be annoying. If it's under 17 seconds, go for it. You can focus yourself 16 seconds on every subject in the world that you don't want. Just don't let it go over 16 seconds. You're annoying, 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 you're annoying. I'm done with you. No problem. Cross the 17-second mark and you're off and rolling. After 68 seconds, and let me count the reasons that you are annoying. And let me tell everyone I know about how annoying you are. And almost everyone I know agrees with how annoying you are. We have joined a club. You are annoying. You are an annoying person. And it's not anonymous. It's not annoying anonymous. It's annoying. We talk about you all the time, and you are annoying. And you're everywhere I go. And you know, almost everybody I know is starting to act just like you.
So I'm being selfish, and I'm just focusing on my good feelings and keeping myself there. And I got the energy that creates worlds flowing through me. My core is bobbing, full connection. Do I have to stay humble to keep that open? Is just throw that word out?
What does humility mean to you? Let us define humility. And it probably would register with what your human dictionary would define about it also. Humility is the recognition that there is something greater than I to which I am aspiring. Yes, that disc up there. I'm recognizing that I create my own reality, but that there are currents and laws that I want to be a part of. That there is a part of me that is greater than I sometimes allow myself to be. And I seek resonance with that. We think that's what Jesus meant when he said the meek shall inherit the earth. That in the absence of angst and struggle, in that soft, allowing, absent of resistant vibration, that your cork will float. and that you will be a vibrational match to who you really are. And when you're looking at your world through the eyes of Source, oh, what a sweet world it is.